Hello everyone, welcome to Botany optional channel for the UPSC examination. In today's video, we are going to see the general characteristics of the mycoplasma. As you know, this mycoplasma has been given to your paper number 1. Alright, so let's get started. So historically, the mycoplasma term was first used by the Albert Frank in the 1889. Alright, the term mycoplasma, myco means, myco stands for the fungi-like, and plasma means which is formed from. All right, that means formed from fungi like substances. So these mycoplasma belong to the class called Mollicutes as a pathogen colonizing agent in plants, animals, and insect kingdoms. All right, that is the mycoplasma belonging to the class to the Mollicutes, and they are pathogenic to the plants, animals, and the insect kingdoms. All right. Next is the cell structure of the mycoplasma. The mycoplasma contains the minimum set of organelles that is essential for the growth and the replication. Only a few organelles are present. Unlike the eukaryotic cells, the mycoplasma cells has a very few organelles which are essential for the survival. Like they have plasma membrane, they have ribosomes, their genome consisting of a double-stranded circular DNA molecule, and there are no membrane-bound organelles like mitochondria, chloroplast, or say Golgi complex or endoplasmic reticulum. The cell is very simple, and that is why these mycoplasmas are placed in a kingdom Monera because they don't have any membrane-bound organelles. Also, they lack the major part, that is the cell wall. As you know, many prokaryotic organisms possess the cell wall, but mycoplasma don't have cell wall. Instead, they have tripartite cell membrane made up of the lipoprotein. Here in the diagram, you can see that there is a three-layer plasma membrane. We call that three-layer as a tripartite cell membrane is present instead of cell wall. And then there are some soluble proteins in the cell. Here you can see the double-stranded circular DNA molecule. Then here we have rounded ribosomes and soluble proteins. Actually, these soluble proteins constitute 50 to 80% of the dry weight of cell. And again, these mycoplasmas are famously smallest non-aerobic prokaryotes. Mycoplasmas are the smallest non-aerobic prokaryotes. Aerobic means those who can those who respire with the help of oxygen, and prokaryotes which don't have the nucleus. All right. So the mycoplasmas are the smallest non-aerobic prokaryotes. So in the cell structure, we have seen that the very minimum cell organelles are present in a mycoplasma. They are plasma membrane, ribosomes, DNA molecule. All right, and they lack the major membrane-bound organelles like Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, etc. All right. Now, the protein present in the cells of the plasma membrane constitute nearly 50 to 80% the smallest non-aerobic prokaryotes, and they lack the cell wall, and instead they have tripartite three-layered cell membrane. All right. Now let's talk about the shape of mycoplasma. All right. Because of their morphology, mycoplasma are pleomorphic in nature. Now, what is meant by pleomorphic? They are they occur in two different structural forms during their life cycle. That is coccoidal or say a spherical or spheroidal shape, and the filamentous or say resembling to the rod shape. That means one mycoplasma species in their lifespan occur in two different shapes. Like first is the coccoidal, that is the spherical shape, and second is the filamentous, which is the rod shape. That means one organism in their life cycle show the two types of shape. That means they don't have any definite. Due to the showing of these different shapes, these mycoplasmas are known to be pleomorphic. All right, that is why these mycoplasmas are said to be the pleomorphic in nature because they don't have any definite shape in their life cycle. They show in the single life cycle, they show the rounded type of body, and then in the same life they show the filamentous types of body. That means they don't have any definite shape due to the lack of cell wall. That is due to the lack of cell wall, they don't have rigid body. All right, that is why they are said to be the pleomorphic in nature, and they show the spherical and the filamentous types of the structure in their one life cycle. Then again, these cells are non-motile in nature. That is, the cells of the mycoplasma are non-motile. That literally means they are not able of the locomotion. All right, they cannot locomote on their own. That means these cells are non-motile in nature and very small. That is 0.2 to 0.8 mu meter. All right. So in the shape of mycoplasma, we have seen the mycoplasma shows two types of structure in their one life cycle. One is the spherical, other is the rod shape. While cells are the non-motile and they are very small in size. Plus, they are pleomorphic because they show the different shapes in a single life cycle. All right. Next is the metabolism of the mycoplasma. A few species derive their energy from the degradation of glucose. That is the mycoplasma. A very few species of the mycoplasma derive their energy from the degradation of glucose. All these species synthesize the DNA, RNA, lipids, and proteins. All these species of mycoplasma synthesize DNA, RNA, lipids, and proteins. All right. Mycoplasma species requires sterols, mainly cholesterol, to be incorporated in the cell membrane up to 65%. That means in order to build the three-layer cell membrane, they require the sterol, mainly cholesterol. And this cholesterol mainly required in a 65% to build the tri-layer cell membrane. All right. So next is the reproduction in the mycoplasma. Now mycoplasmas are reproduced asexually by means of binary fission and the budding. In the binary fission, here in the diagram you can see that first the genetic material got divided into two separate copies and then these two cells got separated. That means from a single cell there is a division of genetic material and then there are two separate cells. This type of asexual reproduction is called the binary fission. So the mycoplasmas are reproduced by the binary fission as well as by the budding. All right. Now, due to the lack of cell wall, as we know, they do not have cell wall, and that is why they do not have any definite shape. That means we have studied about the pleomorphic nature of the mycoplasmas, right? This pleomorphic nature of the mycoplasma they showed because they don't have cell wall, and that is why they don't have any definite shape, and that is why in a single life they can have a different types of body, and that is why in a microbiology they were famously said that they were the jokers of the microbiology. So you should remember carefully that the mycoplasma is considered as a jokers of the microbiology. All right. Mycoplasma shows the complete resistance to the penicillin, but they can be killed by the streptomycin and the erythromycin. This penicillin is completely inactive on the mycoplasma because of there is a lack of cell wall. Because penicillin mainly act on cell wall and kill the bacteria. But as you know, mycoplasma do not have any cell wall, and that is why penicillin is completely inactive on the mycoplasma, but streptomycin and the erythromycin both can kill the mycoplasma. Then there are some diseases which are caused by the mycoplasma in the plant kingdom. They not only cause the plant diseases but also the animal diseases. Here are the four examples of the plant diseases which are caused by the mycoplasmas. First is the little leaf of brinjal, then punchy top of papaya, then mulberry dwarf, and maize stunt. All these diseases were caused by the mycoplasma. So in a summary, we have seen that the term mycoplasma was first used by the Albert Frank in 1889. Then these mycoplasmas belongs to the class of Mollicutes. Then we have seen the structure of mycoplasma in which we have seen there is a minimum set of organelles required for the growth and replication. They only possess the plasma membrane, ribosomes, and the genome consisting of the double-stranded DNA molecule. The protein constitutes 50 to 80% of the dry cell weight. They are the smallest non-aerobic prokaryotes. They lack cell wall, but they have tripartite triple layer cell membrane made up of the lipoproteins. Then we have seen the shape of the mycoplasmas, that is, they are the pleomorphic in nature, that they don't have any definite shape. In a single life cycle, they shows the spherical shape as well as the filamentous shape, and that is why they were famously called the pleomorphic. These mycoplasma cells are non-motile in nature and very small in size. We have seen about the metabolism of mycoplasmas, that is, some species rely on the glucose. All species synthesize DNA, RNA, lipids, and proteins. Then mycoplasma species especially require sterol, especially the cholesterol, to build their cell membrane. And we have studied the binary fission and the budding. These two types of asexual reproduction is found in the mycoplasmas. And then we have seen why they are called the jokers of the microbiology because they lack cell wall and have no definite shape, and that is why they were called the jokers of the microbiology. Mycoplasma shows the resistance to the penicillin due to the lack of cell wall, but they can be killed by the streptomycin and the erythromycin. And then we have seen the disease caused by the mycoplasma in some and some insects. Here are four examples belonging to the plant kingdom. that this is caused by the mycoplasmas. This is the little leaf of brinjal, bunch top of papaya, and mulberry dwarf and maize stud. Alright, so I hope you like this lecture. Please like the video. If you have any doubt, please comment in the comment box. Please share this video with your friends who are studying the botany subject. Alright, and please subscribe to Botany Optional channel for the UPSC examination. So thank you very much for watching this video. See you soon in the next video.